We are live. So, you want to switch seats with me? You want to sit further away?
Sure. I'll get our coffee.
Okay. I did finish my first
You
round, but
finished it
I
already?
could go for a second round. There is also left in the pot.
It's got sediment in it. Is that
Okay.
okay?
I'll say, indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. What a dear pleasure it is to have you here again in our home. Another opportunity for us to have a conversation about doing things together and for each other. That is what today's stream topic is. Last night, Sam, with all of us and our togetherness in mind, shared her famous chili recipe. I have never had chili, being a South African. Joe was at work, and I was happy to cook us chili. Cool. Good morning. Hey, talking about the person who gave us the chili recipe. Hey, Sam. It's nice having you here. And it was nice. It was really nice. I even put the brown sugar in it, which my mind was like,
Did you do the maple syrup?
I did the splash of maple syrup
Mm.
even.
We
I
had
did.
local maple syrup too.
Yeah,
So it was
Indiana maple syrup, exactly.
delicious.
Like it was very nice, admittedly. That was the most beans I've ever put in a meal. I'll say that much. That was a lot of beans, man. It's like a can of refried beans.
Yeah, the refried beans, that's not something that I've put in my chili, and I think that 100% was a game changer. Like,
It added like a very
gritty
velvety kind of
texture.
baseline, yeah, to the entire meal.
Yeah, I've never put refried beans in my chili, and I'm gonna start doing that now.
Very nice, Sam, must
Yeah,
admit. And
Sam
then
knows.
two cans of black beans and 2 cans of chili beans.
Get all your your
I
macros.
couldn't drain, I couldn't drain the chili beans, like full
You
disclosure.
couldn't?
Like the sauce was so thick that there was nothing to drain. It was like a
Oh.
homogeneous mass. So I put everything. I did drain one of the black beans though. Had some water at least. Refried beans, elevator meal. Hey friends. Yeah, we don't talk about food usually. However, I am talking about it from the perspective of doing things together and for each other. I rinsed the black beans. Yeah, I didn't rinse them. I just drained 1 can and the other can went water and all into the meal. I think it was nice still. I think it was nice.
It's
You
still thick. It was still pretty thick.
you crack the can and do your best. It's just to make sure the chili doesn't swim. Yeah, no, I think yeah, our chili was
It's still thick.
both thickiest. Like
Yeah.
we put it outside to cool down, instead of putting it directly in the fridge. And when it cools down, I think you could use it as a spread. You can probably just like yeah, it's definitely more than thick enough. You want to show the people? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, I'm making you coffee.
Oh, you're gonna put some cream in there. Nice. I'm getting some coffee. How rocky? Yeah, doing things together and for each other. I feel like that really is what it comes down to at the end of the day, right? There's nothing else to do, or at least there's nothing else of value to do that isn't something that you can do together. Right? For instance, I've been learning how to ride that wheel of mine, and I'm getting like a percentage more confident per day, right? So I still got many a days left before I feel I'll really know what I'm doing. But I was so excited to just show Jovan some of the confidence that I've gained, right? Technically, it's not something that I can do for her, but it is something that I believe we'll be able to do together eventually. I'm already conspiring to get her one too. And it is a matter of, I want to say the word excitement, right? Like knowing that I can share stuff with her makes me feel like I have an extra layer of support. Thank you, Zhao.
Welcome. It's welcome.
Ooh, that's nice. What did you put in here?
Maple syrup.
You get some maple syrup?
Maple syrup.
I might go and bonucchius it in the
I
microwave.
was wondering if you would.
You do
I was
know
gonna
me.
do that, but I didn't want to do beepy beepy noises on the stream.
Oh,
Melt likes to drink his coffee after it's been microwaved for like 2.5 hours. It's weird.
My rule of thumb is that if it doesn't hurt me, it's too cold. Because otherwise I'll drink it like it owes me something, and I want to have my coffee last more than a second.
Can you read that from here?
I can, I just need to scroll down a little bit because I'm missing some of them.
You with your eyes that can see.
That's nice.
Envious.
So Sam says, you crack the can, and then you do your best. I think I read it one already. Yeah, so the chili doesn't swim. Chili dogs and nachos for
Yeah,
days.
dude. I was thinking that chili dogs have like you put the chili on a hot dog. You've not.
I
Had a
haven't
proper
had
hot
that
dog.
either. Yeah, I mean, I've had hot dogs, but not a chili dog.
Yeah, chili dog is where it's at.
We had some tortillas,
Yeah,
tortilla chips with
Which
our.
isn't typically what I do with my chili. I'll have like crackers or cornbread. Sam suggested cornbread, and that's a yummy one.
I mean,
as well.
tortilla chips is essentially crackers and cornbread.
Yeah, I guess. Same ingredients.
I think my coffee is warm. It was nice. It was really nice. No.
Do it.
Joe, I feel so helped. Like the very first time that Joe did a stream with me, she helped me pick my stuff up and move it with me. And it was like such a shocking moment because I do this every day and then I have to clean my space or move my things back to where they are supposed to be every day. And then I look back and then Joe is helping me. Right? And I felt such a sense of, this is what it's like to be together with people that care. You think the coffee is gonna no. No.
Not gonna fit in there. No,
It doesn't
probably
wanna
not.
do
There's
that.
a thing beside you though. The
Little
chair.
table. Whoa, why is this thing so hot? Is there a vent under
Because
it?
there's a vent beneath
Okay,
it.
that
Yeah.
checks out.
Keep your coffee warm.
Oh, that is nice. Lekker.
Bye.
Chili dogs. Joining from my coffee. From my coffee? I'm guessing you're having your
Cheers.
coffee as well.
Is
Cheers
that
to you,
Nancy?
That's Natalie.
Natalie. Hey, Natalie.
Jenny, you love Nat. Oh, hell yeah, chili dogs. The rule in my home growing up was if it doesn't absolutely require a fork to eat, it's not a chili dog.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like the idea of that.
Oh, you
Sam.
will.
Like the bread getting so soggy, you need a fork to eat it.
Nah,
Like,
the bread keeps its consistency. You just gotta eat it. Like,
with a fork.
not take 10 years eating it.
Yeah, you have to eat it while it's piping.
Oh man, you toast the chili, like you toast the bread too, so it's got a little bit of a crunch to it. You put that cheese on the top and it melts on top of it.
I better not get fat,
Yeah.
Sam.
Oh, well.
If I get fat, it's gonna be your fault. I am gonna keep exercising as much as I can. Joe got to watch me do some push-up variations last night. I'm gonna
I was
get.
too tired to join you.
I'm
I
gonna
would've
remain
normally-
Bojack. Get me, America's. I will not lose. Hey, melting people. Dan is here with us. Hey,
What's
Dan.
up, Dan?
Bro, sharing stuff with people? Lame. Feelings are for losers. You know what? You do kind of lose some things, right? You lose loneliness. You lose sadness sometimes. You lose a sense of purposelessness. All that.
In feeling?
Yeah,
You think you lose all
and
those
having
things?
having feelings. Well, I mean, you can gain them too, I guess.
I was gonna say.
But I just wanted to like lay it on thick. We love you, Dad. My kitty was drawn to the stream too. That's cute.
Aw.
Say hi to little kids. Sharing stuff with people love again. Ooh, you should bring Melt to a sugar bush.
Sugar bush? I don't
You
know
know
what
what
a
that
sugar
is?
bush is.
Maybe she's talking about the maple syrup stuff.
Oh,
I'm guessing. I think that's
yeah,
exactly
I've
what
never
she's talking
been-
about.
I know somebody who taps it, but I've never been.
He likes to taste his own taste buds being fried. Oh, the whole hot coffee thing. No, it doesn't fry my taste buds. It just, when I start taking a sip, like that's how much I can take. I can't, right? Like Joe has seen me drink water. Like I'm like, here's a single glass of water. That's one sip. Gone. And if that's how I like drinking things. And coffee, I shouldn't drink like that. I want to enjoy my coffee for at least a few sips. Like technically, it's on its way to being cold again, so I might go.
So many
microwave it.
extra steps. Just drink slower.
No. It needs like the hot is a flavor to me as well, right? Like if the coffee is cold, it's something else. Like I like iced coffee, but then it has to be iced. Can't be somewhere in the middle.
Pedantic.
Mas pedantics. I think we got some comments skipped forward. Or I think I need to go and get my tablet. Otherwise, I will be reaching. I think this thing is dead.
Oh no.
It is,
You
in
didn't charge
fact,
it?
dead.
Should I get my phone and
Can I put this on charge? I think here's a
can.
place to put it on charge, actually.
I don't want to abandon all the friends.
No abandonment.
and
We're gonna be
cornbread,
back in
that's
1
what-
second.
Natalie's team tortillas and cornbread.
Tortillas and cornbread.
Yeah.
Putting the tortilla chips on the cornbread.
Kidding, of course, for those who don't pick up on the dry humor. Dan's got the best dry humor.
Yeah, it's nice to have you friends here with us. Where you going?
My phone.
I was just getting in your phone. I mean, I have my phone here next to me as well, technically. Look at her being helpful while we're together. Team Zhao, Melt. That's how I feel. Worth my new partner.
Dan?
That is how I feel. Worth my new partner. That's something Natalie said.
Oh.
Did I say something? Maybe she's talking about the whole helpfulness thing. Like she feels worth of her new partner by being helpful.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that he appreciates you deeply for all you do to help as well, Natalie. Tortilla chips for the win with chili. I'll melt some cheese in the
Yeah.
first, and then Duncan. We did that too. Sharp cheddar.
Sharp cheddar. We chopped up some like onions.
Some fresh onions is right. Like we did technically deviate a little bit from the menu, but I think there is some creative liberties to be taken. He's also a content creator on this platform.
Ah,
Nice, Natalie.
Interesting.
YouTube is, I think YouTube technically is the highest watched media channel right now. As it comes to like
Lives or
no
just in general?
everything like shared space of people's like TV time essentially is YouTube. Things like 30%.
Wow.
Let me see. So yeah, YouTube is definitely where it's at if you want to create content because there's a lot of people watching.
Wow, more than Twitch.
Oh yeah, a lot more. How much of the world's media is being consumed through YouTube right now, percentage-wise, compared to all of the other TV channels and outlets as well?
TV channels included. Yeah.
That's the crazy thing.
Wow.
I think it's something like 35%.
As of early 2026, YouTube has officially become the dominant
Okay, not exactly. No, I was capping.
You capping?
I was capping. Maybe it's just internet usage. So the total TV usage in the US and developed markets. In the US, YouTube isn't just a streaming app anymore. It is the single most watched platform on physical television screens. Okay, but then it gives me other information. It's like YouTube shares like 13% of all watch time watching on TV. Maybe it's the actual TVs where I was about to say mobile dominance probably has some sort of influence as well. But yeah, up to 20% of the entire world's time is being spent, well, on TV time is being spent just on YouTube right now. Are you one of us? I like YouTube as well. I haven't been doing much YouTube since we got
YouTube is
together.
definitely like the main thing that I use.
I
as
started
far as
watching
content.
a documentary just yesterday. Well, not 2 days ago. I put a documentary on as I was zooming, doing stuff. And it was about this guy who does like sound healing with mushroom journeys for his, clients. Am I using that word? I think so. And how it saved his life and how it has like these little interviews of all of the people that it's helped as well. And it feels to me, at least, I think it also has like a decent amount of viewership. It feels heartening to know that people are becoming a little bit more aware of this stuff, and like YouTube allows for that information to reach the more common audience where like PBS or whatever isn't gonna show something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, also the accessibility of YouTube. You can, their search is really
Yeah, it's good.
refined. And not just their search, but their suggested and recommended. That's also like, you get on YouTube and you go down a rabbit hole. Really easy to do.
Yeah, getting stuck. I mean, they're really good at keeping you and your attention, at least. Yeah, having a time. Usually, before my live streams was like my YouTube time, right? Because I had that like almost like gray zone in my day. And since my streams are at the start of the day, my days have been way different. I'm getting
Yeah,
way more done in a day than I usually would have.
yeah. You start your day with it.
It's kind of nice. Like after this, technically the work stuff is done, and
You're gonna get a new pet today.
it's true. We're gonna go and fetch Zoburb today. Gonna get to meet the gonna get to meet the burb. I do hope he likes me. I'm gonna be playing him Cytrons in this house, so he better. We're gonna dance together. Help each other. All right, that is today's stream topic after all. You have the comments open there.
I do.
We usually do Fritos. Tortilla chips have superior
Yeah.
dipability though. Yeah, yeah.
Fritos. Have you ever had Fritos?
We have Fritos in South Africa as well, yeah.
Yeah, we do these things called walking tacos, which is like you'd get a little bag of Fritos, and then
You put it inside the baggie.
yeah, I guess you could do that with chili too. We do like walking tacos, which is like seasoned beef, and then you put the lettuce and the onions and the cheese in there, and you just take a fork and you just kind of like stir it all up and eat walking tacos. But I feel like Fritos would be excellent in that chili too. A lot of seasoning.
No, anything with a little bit of a crisp to add to it. Yeah, I told told Sam that we have a bag of Ruffles open. She was like, "You better not. You better. It's like you can might as well put it with noodles or something."
Sam, I'm curious. Noodles and chili or no? That's the next debate.
Yeah, Joe grew up doing noodles and chili, and like after we got it cooked, she was like, "It feels like there is something missing." You know, we didn't put any noodles in it. You know,
Yet.
Sam forbid.
Yet.
Sam forbid we put noodles in it, but we might do it next time. Add some extra volume even. Hey Dan, Coffee Club. We love you, Dan. Thank you for joining us here too. Natalie, cheers to you and Jovan and Mel. I'm also having coffee. Nice.
Ding.
Coffee friends. Ooh. I'm doing the push-up challenge.
Ooh.
2,000 push-ups in February.
Okay.
Do I have to do quick
yeah.
maths? That is 210 days or 66.
Because there's 28 days in February, so that's over like about 100 push-ups a day, which is doable if you break it up.
Wow, it
Yeah.
can be done.
Cheers,
10,
you
10
can do
every
it.
now and then.
I believe in you.
Congratulations.
I kind of want to do it with you.
It would be good.
I
Like
kinda wanna
push-ups,
do it.
push-ups are really good for
Let's
you.
do it.
You want to do 2,000
Yes.
push-ups in February.
I'm in.
February starts tomorrow. Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Do you want to be all cute or something and get us like a little push-up calendar?
You want me to make one? I can design it.
Yeah,
real
that's what I'm
quick.
thinking.
Put it up on the
Yeah,
wall.
exactly. And then we can scratch out our 20 push-ups every now and then. Like five of 20, and then is it gonna be too much to do 30?
No, it'll be fine.
Yeah, sounds fun. We can do that. Joe is graphic designer. She can definitely help us see it as it happens. Remember when Mel tried to set a no food rule here? Laughs at me.
I know it's really gone out the window since you've been Americanized.
I'm talking about food right now because I'm American. This is how it, that's how it happened. Like I do feel like America has changed me a little bit.
It's only been a couple days.
Like a little bit of having been changed. I think it's like the whole mind frequency. There's like a mind frequency happening here. And
You're
I'm
going through a lot of changes.
tuning into the frequency. I'm remaining myself. I feel I'm still Mel, right?
I think so.
Right? Goes and looks in the mirror, sees someone else.
Has blonde hair.
Starts screaming. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Is like, what
Hold up.
what the fuck happened?
Is a woman.
It's a woman, yeah.
Your dad
Long,
would be so
long,
upset.
lush blonde hair. My corset pushing my titties. Of course, you turned my sarcasm into something esoteric. You know me. You know me, Dan. Can't put down the esotericism. Shh, Dan, this isn't breaking the rule. It's asking the culture of the experience. Exactly. And like technically, it was more about the cooking aspect than it was about the food aspect. I'll have you know. We weren't talking about food. We were talking about cooking.
Yeah, but then we started talking.
No. Oh, you guys. I'm so blessed that you chose my chili recipe to try. I'm happy you liked it and happier that you even used the sugars. My mom thinks I'm nuts for doing that. I mean, I tasted it. It
It's great.
tastes good.
Seriously, I've eaten a lot of chili.
It
and
was
it's the best chili
It was
think
a
I've had.
third of a cup in like a lot of food as well. Like that was
Yeah,
a lot of
right.
food. So it wouldn't.
Beans are really, really good for you as well. So, I mean, it's not like it's unhealthy completely. It's good for you. And yeah, 100% the best chili that I've ever had, and I've had a lot of chili. Definitely the best chili that you've ever had.
That was the best chili you've ever had.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh
It
my
was so
goodness.
good. And it was our first cooked meal here, right?
It's true.
That's the first thing we've done.
It's the first meal. It's like the 5th or 6th meal that I've ever cooked for Xiao. Maybe, yeah, around that. I like Bright twice, the last trip, and then I don't know if I cooked much for you the first time.
No, you didn't. We didn't eat hardly
Yeah,
at
we
all
were
that.
just buzzing around. We didn't even have a kitchen
We
for
were just
most
eating
of it.
druvors and
Yeah.
and biltong. We were
So,
just straight meat.
like 3rd or 4th meal that I've ever cooked for Xiao. And that's why the chili turned out great, of course.
Slurps loudly.
Slips loudly. It's because I'm such a great cook, you know. That's what was actually happening. I mean, honestly, if I just threw everything into the crock pot and like stirred the
wouldn't
raw
have been the same.
stirred the raw stuff together and like
That kind of probably would have been.
that would have been
bad.
rough. Like I just imagine you.
This is great.
Thank
This
you.
is
Thank
so
you for
good.
thank you for cooking.
I bet the birds would love it.
We did see a squirrel this morning. I'm just imagining this squirrel trying the chili and dropping dead or something. Like two paces away from the chili bowl we left outside. We did it. We did it. I'm doing it next week, Sam. Just got the
Nice.
sausage stuck in my freezer. Nice.
Yeah,
Dad.
Sam, how did the Korean, or Dan, sorry, Dan, how did the crockpot Korean turn out yesterday? Curious.
That does sound nice. Like I really enjoy like hot pot. I don't know if it was the same thing.
Oh, we should go to a hot pot sometime
You
soon.
have hot pots here in America?
Yeah, we do up in Bloomington.
That is a while away, but I would love that too. Like hot pot is fun. It's like very involved. All the cable cutters, YouTube leads the way for content consumption. Yeah. So I have another silly first date tonight, y'all. Haven't felt any nervousness in a long time for one of these, but this lady is sticking out from the crowd. I'm happy to know this. Dan, go and spend some time, show up in love. Is that Steven Martinez? From the mountains, who gave me that orange scarf? Merman.
That's Merman?
I think it's Merman. Right, Steve?
Dude.
Yo, bro. Who's the baddie beside you? Respectfully asking. This is Jobot. You have seen her in chat.
Is that Merman?
I think that's
Dude.
Merman. I'm pretty sure that's Merman. Like, let us know if I'm correct. I am living in the United States of America now, Merman. This is the USA that we're in
It's
right now.
Jobot Beat Boop. Usually I'm on the other side talking to you.
It's true, yeah. If you've been there since the Arpan days
Yeah,
as
I
well.
remember
so-
Steven hanging out in the mountains of North Carolina. Not to dox you and all, but I mean, they're pretty
I
big
mean,
mountains,
that's-
so if somebody were to find you.
He's in here somewhere. Points generally at the mountains of Colorado. Sugar bush explanation. Just before the start of spring, these trees moving the stored energy up their trunks from the roots. I got it. I think I saw. Noodles and chili hisses with extra hostility, Sam says.
Yeah, that's what I
Knew
thought.
it. Knew it. Checks out. Then that's when you tap the tree and collect the sap.
Yeah.
It is then boiled into a syrup. Canadian classic treat. Canadian classic treat is to pour some of the hot syrup onto clean snow and
Oh,
swirl it on a stick to eat.
that is Canadian AF.
That does sound.
I love that idea.
Pours
though.
hot syrup on snow and then stick. That is pretty cool. That sounds like a whole vibe. I'm sorry, Joe. Dan says, love ya, man, but no noodles. That's a hard line for me.
No.
Everybody just like, dude, don't you dare.
Oh man, I'm Team Noodles.
Thanks
Sorry,
for the
guys.
support. We can do it together. Accountability buddies, you know. Make me a calendar, Joe Lamar. I like how.
Nice.
Like Joe is very capable. Joe
could
can
probably
like.
do it today.
I was about to say Joe can like whip something like that up in
Today.
10 minutes probably.
Yeah, maybe. Honestly, it depends. It depends on the quality that you're looking for. Because
I want it to be rough, like just number and.
Oh, I can't do it rough. I can't. I just have to. It has to be.
So do
pristine.
it
I've
like
gotta
this.
Do, my thing.
Do like a little, a normal calendar, right? So you can like take a template, a normal calendar, and then you just split the calendar block into 5 sections. and then each of those sections is at 20 push-ups, and then we can just with a like a marker or a pen color in those little blocks. Huh? Doesn't have to be.
That works.
Yeah. Graphic designing together, helping each other. I don't want her like because Joe would like spend 2 hours making it perfect.
It's true.
If I don't get her
I'm still
to
gonna probably do that
Hey,
anyway.
chillax, just do the basics.
Relaxier.
Relaxier for my please. Thanks for the support. Love to you. When did you move?
Like 3
3
days
days ago. 3 days ago. We flew on the 27th, and now we're here.
It's been in the works for like almost a year.
Just this week, it's true. Like we started filing our papers the 22nd of February or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. 222.
222s. Yesterday was a no buy anything day, so I'm going shopping today to get
Nice.
the ingredients to make Sam's chili. It's gonna be worth it, Anshi. The way that I did it, and like you can let me know, Sam, if you disagree or agree, is I started by sautéing onions. I sautéed 2 entire onions for our meal. I got them nice and brown and caramelized. Then I transferred them to the crock pot. Then I browned the pork sausage to the point where the fat was rendering and the little bitties were getting all crispied, right? They became like little bacon bits, essentially. Then when they were all bacon bit up, I then added the lean ground beef, and then cooked that with it. And then when it started getting a little bit cooked, I added the Miller's, I think it's Miller's, right? Miller's
Oh,
seasoning.
the seasoning?
To
Williams,
that.
maybe?
Williams,
Sure.
there we go. And then it got like super dark. I think there's definitely a lot of smoked paprika in the actual seasoning as well.
And then more smoked paprika.
And then more smoked paprika. And then I cooked that together a little bit. As Sam said, I added all of the beans and the, again, onions and the pasta sauce, everything to the crock pot, got that to temperature. And then I transferred all of that nicely browned cooked beef and pork to the main crock pot. And then I stirred it, and I think I left
And then
it.
it cooked for like hours.
Yeah, it did spend like 3 to 4 hours in that crock pot as well, and everything got nice and incorporated and soft.
So good.
Just this week, Steve. Love is true. So much love in chat. And who's the baddie? This is Joe Bot. I think you know about Joe Bot.
You
Maybe
should know Joe Bot.
maybe he's
Because
just
we've
like
chattered from the other side.
just be Joe Bot.
Yeah.
Maybe
back in the old RPAN days.
maybe
Like, he was
Merman
an-
thought it was a guy as well or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Best chili blinks for real, Jovan. That is so wholesome,
So good.
right? How spicy is it, Sam? I like some heat. It wasn't really
It
spicy.
wasn't spicy, but you can definitely add some like if you put some like chili pepper in there or like the red
You have
red
cayenne pepper
flakes.
and
I have
stuff.
cayenne as well.
Yeah, you can add some chiliness to it, but this one wasn't really that spicy.
I'm not big on super duper spicy, so this was right up my
This
alley.
was right. Hooray, Nan. Be brave. Follow the recipe. Exactly. I try to do the same. I am actually a kind of person that's very loosey-goosey with recipes where I'll kind of like I'll like listen to the song and then I'll try and play it myself kind of thing. But I did follow the instructions, even though I don't like to, but I
You
did.
did deviate a little bit. You did add do the onions.
I did the onions, and technically I added some black garlic.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A single thing of black garlic to add some of that. Almost like black garlic has a kind of Worcester sauce and
Okay.
to it, like that.
It's supposed to have a lot of health benefits
Oh yeah,
as well.
oh yeah, it's good for you. So I'm planning on it. Fill me in, bud. How did we get here? Step 1, do live streams. Step 2, person sees me doing
Meet
live
American
streams.
Girl.
Yeah, in like in her office, like just sees this guy doing things. Step 3, have meet cute, right?
Have what?
Meet cute. You sent meet cute is like a cute way to meet each other. Like you sent me a message on Discord, congratulating me on the live streams and the effort that I've put in. And then me and her became friends, right? Like we were friends for like 2 years before we ever like went past that, where we would have calls every now and then, and I would be there for her in any way that I could be. She told me at that point in her life as well the way the streams have affected her and how her family noticed the shifts, the changes that has happened in her as well. And then
Shared
eventually,
mindfulness, yeah.
and then eventually we exchanged like actual cell phone numbers where I use WhatsApp. That's like our South African thing. We do a lot of WhatsApping. We started communicating on there, and then when I like moved out of home and started working, started my own business.
I
Like,
wanted to go to a festival.
yeah, she wanted to go to a festival, and she saw me getting busy to the point where, at least that's the way I interpret it,
Yeah, I totally wanted to support you for your first festival. I really wanted to come through to that.
for the
Oh,
White Rabbit one,
my
right?
my passport wasn't there yet.
Wasn't ready. But she did, she was there in spirit, right, for the most part. And then she almost like sneakily like bought her tickets and got everything set and then let me know just so that I know. Like sent me, I think you sent me a screenshot or something of your tickets already bought. And I was like, oh my goodness. Then she came through during that visit. Like, of course, we've been talking for a while then.
We did go to a festival. It was just
Yeah,
one that
yeah.
you ended up not working.
We went to Bloom. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I could have been working at Bloom.
I'm
but
glad you weren't.
that would have been not a vibe.
Yeah. I was gonna be there for you to help you work, but
Wouldn't have been as much fun. And then I set the intention, like we had at that point been talking romantically, but I set the intention of like asking her to be a partner of mine. During that whole first visit, took her to a nice restaurant. They served her salad that
that was so hot.
would light you on fire. Right? Like imagine like literally one of the hottest
Hot
meals
salad,
I've
like,
ever
what?
eaten as a salad. And I was like, what? They should put like a little
I'm like trying to play it cool, but I'm like crying a little bit. I'm
She's like, I'm seeing her on the other side of the table, like, like
I don't think I'm gonna eat that.
eyes going cross-eyed a little bit.
like some beads of sweat.
Beads
just
of
like-
sweat. I'm like, surely it can't be that hot, I say, or something like that. Try some of this salad, and I'm like, oh wow, surely it is very hot. Was nice, you know. It started that way. Then of course she had to go back home. During that period of time, right? Like we basically confirmed that we do in fact like spending time together. And then when the whole Rampa Lampa thing happened, and there was South African refugee status as an option, I was like, this is a way to get to America. And then I had the conversation with
the
Joe.
way.
Yeah, I was like, this is a way, but I don't think this is the way for me because I would love to be with you, but almost like abandoning South Africa and all of my friends and family on that side, not being able to return to them. I don't know if that's my idea of a good time.
Oh, really? You can't return?
Nope. For 5 years, you're not allowed to return. You're only allowed to return once you become naturalized.
That's
Big deal.
that sounds like
No, sounds like no.
that sounds like capturing people with extra steps.
It's a little bit of capturing people. I mean, it's like,
I guess it's willingly.
welcome, come and be employee at
That
least
sounds
5
like,
years.
Yeah, that sounds like what are those fly trap things? Like,
Venus flytrap.
sort of no, the bug lights where the bugs like fly towards the light.
Don't go towards the light. It's so pretty. Bzz. And then she was like, well, this is probably not the way for us to do it, gesturing at the refugee status. And she goes, we could get married. And then we had the conversation about it. At that point, we had floated the idea of getting married a few times. But then it was like, okay, I think so. Like she basically let me know that maybe we could get married by sending me the forms. I don't know if you remember that. You just like sent me the forms. I woke up the morning to see the forms on my WhatsApp folder. And I remember you being like stressed. You mentioned to me like, what's the word you used?
The feeling that like, am I going too far?
Yeah,
Is
am I
this
going
too
too far?
much?
Exactly. Yes, I'm overdoing it right now.
I don't mean to force anything upon you, but
She sent me the forms, and I think literally I sent you the forms back the same day or something like that.
probably.
I didn't hesitate, filled the forms in, my personal details. And then Joe, like with the help of a language model, found out exactly like to the T that will be expected, that will be necessary for our paperwork to be approved. And
Most
she,
people use lawyers and stuff. I'm like, nah, ChatGPT is my lawyer.
yeah, like $2,000-ish to get a lawyer to help
do those
us with the
paperworks, yeah,
process,
totally.
literally. And then Joe did like the bestest of jobs to get our paperwork perfect. Because if you go and search online, how long you
I wrote
should
a cover
expect,
letter.
cover
I like
letter,
had each
photos.
file that was like paper clipped, so like each different file had its thing. Yeah, it was very organized. The person that opened it probably smiled as soon as they did.
She had our trips and the like bills thereof, the receipts essentially, photos of
Proof
us
of meeting,
in the
like,
different places, like
yeah.
so much effort. It was beautiful. Like I loved seeing our little story.
I have it over there, and
I don't know if we should show the
I'm not gonna
people,
show it, but
yeah,
I do have it. Like I saved it.
it was wholesome to like see it from my side even.
But yeah, then they tell us that, I mean, the language, anywhere that we looked said that it was going to take anywhere between like a year and
A year to 18 months.
18 months.
That's like
for
the wait
first
time
approval.
for the first
That's just
approval.
that paperwork being approved. That's not the rest of the stuff.
And then within 5 weeks, it's approved. We get the
Unheard
first
of.
one done. And then, like, I think the only thing that took, I think we could have probably been there even sooner.
You had to
But
wait for your brother.
I had to wait for my brother. I had to wait for my passport. I had to wait for my Chinese police clearance.
Your
I had to wait for
doctors.
my South African police clearance. And then, of course, my doctor's visit, of course, yeah. But it could have been probably even sooner. If it
Oh, yeah,
wasn't for my,
totally.
we could have been here by, I think,
The end of summer.
end of November. Yeah, end of November. I would have been here already if not for my brother getting married like a week ago.
Which
Literally,
I'm glad we did.
literally a week ago.
glad
Yeah,
we
that was definitely worth it.
Yeah.
And yeah, here we are. It happened. It actually happened. Feels very surreal, and we're very grateful to have manifested. Me and Joe had a conversation just last night about how she's still a little bit shocked. All right, it's the word you used. Shocked, and I think there was another word you used as well.
It's strange.
Yeah, strange.
It
that's
does
the
feel
word.
strange having you here in this house in this way. Like,
I've been on that TV and in her hand as a phone so many times, and now
yeah, for so long it's been just me, right? So like, yeah.
it's nice to be here with you. So there you go, merman. You got the story, bro. That's basically how it happened. Get it? Sounds good. Did you make the wreath? Did you make that wreath, Joe?
I didn't make this one, but I did make that one right over there.
The dry one?
Yeah,
Should I show the friends?
you can. That one's pretty. That one's natural. That one came from stuff in the woods.
Natural wreath, and
There's
that
like
is
butterflies on it and
you said
stuff.
Aiden's little bead
Yeah.
necklace as well as hanging around
He
it.
was Blueberry, I think his name was.
Aiden Blueberry?
Blueberry was, what was his
I
name?
remember him as Aiden. Like he actually
I think
had his
Blueberry
name.
is his Instagram name.
Maybe, yeah, that sounds right. Get it? Sounds good. Love is true. The Korean beef was so good, so savory, falling
Ooh.
apart. I have 5 more beef bowls in the freezer now.
Nice. Yeah, he
Nice.
freezes it.
That's
so
a win.
Meal prep kind of thing. That's what we're gonna do with our chili.
Damn. Nancy says the ladies like men who can cook. I'll let you know. She likes me a lot though. Lamau. Arpan days were awesome. Me and Joe were like reminiscing about Arpan just this morning in bed together.
Yeah, we were.
We're like,
Yeah.
huh.
Arpans.
Arpan could have, if it stayed the way it was, I think it could have changed even more lives. Like, that was such a big deal. We got Ryland Spencer saying hi, bless
I like
you.
the name Ryland. Ryland? Oh, Ryland.
Ryland.
That's a cool name too.
Ryland is very cool. Cooking, reading, playing an instrument. These are the hobbies that seem to go over well in my experience, Nancy. Gaming, not so much. Yeah, like
We
Joe,
started the morning doing that.
Joe has been tuning my instrument.
I still think that C needs to be higher. But it gives it character.
I think, and this is only me because I don't know, that you
You think I did it too much.
detuned it. Yeah.
I know you think I do, and I think you're wrong.
I
That's
don't.
a C, and that C needs to be way higher.
I I was like, well, I'm gonna.
I know I could feel you just like not wanting me to do that. I'm like, this needs to be right.
I'm just thinking about how this thing usually does come tuned, from the
I can tell you 100% it was not.
not tuned right.
No, you were doing it, I'm like, hang on, that C is like very low.
Doom.
Because yeah.
Instruments, but it is true. Like Joe was playing her guitar this morning a little bit as well, and it was nice listening to it. Do you like cheese? I in moderation. You good? Even better with you here, Lily Facey. Thank you for joining us. Rotini noodles with chili and cheese baked sounds yum. That would be
Who
nice.
said that?
Natalie.
Yeah.
Skyline chili is for people who've had their taste buds amputated.
Skyline chili's a nay.
Jane, love
Yeah,
it.
skyline chili's gross. It's like sandy.
Sandy.
Like it's got like a gritty texture to it, I feel like. Some people love it, you know? Some people are all about it.
Sam used the words friends don't let friends friends don't let friends eat skyline chili.
I thought it was funny when Duck Dad was talking about Chipotle. He's like, there's a place for Chipotle. And Sam's like, yeah, in the trash.
The only thing different than that I thought I might do is just put some of the chili into a baked potato.
Ooh, that sounds good.
But first I'll try it by itself. I think the chili is like the star of the show, and you can add your choice of starch. So I think a potato would be nice as well. Hot pot sounds fantastic. Maybe we could go for a hot pot together at some point, Steven. Can you tell us a bedtime story?
You know a great bedtime story?
Do I? Or are you gonna?
I was thinking a good bedtime story would be like in second person, right? Where you're like, you breathed, basically giving a yoga lesson. You breathe deep into the belly, and then your eyes drifted, essentially, leading them through a yoga nidra. That would
could
be
be
a good
fun.
bedtime story. You can add like little twists of.
My dad used to tell us bedtime stories as well, and I don't know how he did it, but he would like auto-generate essentially a story.
Yeah, just improv.
He
You
would just improv a story like on the spot, and it was always fun. He would like use characters. He would have Jakkels and Wolf, like a jackal and a wolf. That was like his story characters, because we have in South Africa this saying, when it rains while the sun is shining, we say Jakkels trouw met wolfsvrouw, which directly translates to the jackal is gonna marry the wolf's wife,
Oh,
because it's like that's odd. It's a rare occurrence, like
because it's raining
like,
while the sun's up.
yeah. And I think that was like
That's
his
so
inspiration
interesting.
of like he would like tell stories where there would be like some weirdness about the jackal being like all naughty, wanting to steal people's shit or wanting to mess with people, and wolf was a little bit more stoic, and yeah, like it was cute. It was cute. I remember those stories fondly with my dad. How much? Much the same, pretty much the same for Korean beef. Sear the pieces of beef, onion, garlic, ginger, soy sauce, beef stock, etc. in the crock pot for a whopping 8.5 hours.
That
So
is some
tender.
tender meat.
Crushed ghost pepper is how you get some flavor. That does sound nice. Siobhan, thanks for letting us into your home.
Aww.
That's awesome.
It's nice having you here. Yeah, look at all you people in my house.
So many people in our house
It's a
together.
party.
Love is true. We have Arthas. I don't think I've seen your name before, but he says, am I a bad person because I got fed up at my uncle's wake? My mom texted me saying I was making a fool of myself and my brother, that I had no respect for anyone. I thought it was tradition to drink. Yeah, I am not going to defend your drinking at all. I'm not very into alcohol consumption. So I get, like, mothers especially, right? My mom, for example, was fighting with my...
I'm just saying my plant needs watered, sorry.
No, no problem.
Bad.
My mother especially would fight with my brother about his vaping. He had a vape on him, right? And she would like ask him, why are you vaping? And his reason was like it helps him with stress, and
Crutch.
helps him deal with the bullshit that he has to deal with, kind of thing. He's an electrician, so he works with all kinds and has many clients and has appies. Like he's already in a senior position, senior-ish position where
Is
he vessel.
Vessel?
Yeah, senior as in he's the one that does the actual work,
Yeah.
and then he has people under him
There's this
that
thing
he
that
tells.
we say, you fucked around and became important.
Yeah. Same thing with like both my siblings, where they're such hard workers.
It's like, oh no,
the-
now the company needs you.
The company literally have become dependent on them. Like, please don't leave us. Please, please. Like the point, like Rudo is almost like running that entire operation. Like he's like the executive head of it at this point.
Oh man, he needs to ask for a raise.
I think he's getting paid well. Like he's getting paid very well, and he's also living on the premises. So his rent.
Oh really?
His rent is like $120 or something like that a month. Like dirt cheap rent. And they have solar as well, so his electricity is completely covered. Yeah. Be useful, be so helpful that the company can't go without you. But to share the whole like alcohol consumption thing, Vessel doesn't as much anymore. Like he'll stop. During the bachelors as well, there was a point at which I could see him almost like, what's the word? Not contract, kind of like contract away from the busyness. And I like went up to him and I asked him like, "What's up?" And he's like, "I'm done."
With the vape?
With the drinking.
With the Vessel's done?
Like
Oh.
it was that
At that
night.
moment.
It was that moment. But like I saw at least in him that he's not just going to continue getting more wasted because that's now what's happening. And I was like, I respect that. But this is a roundabout way of talking about mothers and how critical they can be. And that's actually something that I shared with my mom because she asked me as well, like, what is it with Vessel and his vaping? And I talked to her about that. And then I mentioned to her the whole thing that I saw in him where he is in control. I believe at least he's in control, where if he wasn't in control, he would be, getting lost in the sauce kind of thing as
Right.
well. And he is trying to be as mindful as you can expect him to be.
I mean, Arthas Salvatore, he was talking about being at his uncle's wake. I think it's important to allow yourself some grace in those situations because that is a very touching moment, right? You're going through a lot of things. And so I know that alcohol, vaping, all kinds of reading even can be a crutch to cope, to kind of escape these feelings that can be too deep and too hard to feel. That's going to be a thing that everybody's going to deal with coping in their own way. And some people aren't going to like the way that other people cope, But allowing yourself grace in those moments, it doesn't make you a bad person because you did it.
No,
as
definitely
long as
not.
you're moving forward and learning from it, kind of thing.
I think mothers also,
Mothers
whether
are
they know
extra
it,
critical.
yeah, whether they know it or not, they take a lot of what you do very personally.
Because they're
right?
going to be in mother mode. They're going to be the ones that are wanting to guide you, right?
You're a reflection of their upbringing as well, kind of thing, right? So if you are a degen, they might feel someone will look at you and assume that she was a bad mother because why didn't she teach you this and that, right? And I could see that in my mom as well. My mom had a lot of moments of being really proud of the boys that she had raised, and it's like she doesn't want to, even in her own mind, have that image or that feeling or that experience tarnished. We had Dan say, "Nah, Arth, nobody is a bad person. Bad is a point of view. Bad is an opinion, but it's also a state of being, right? Like if you're doing bad things over and over again, if you're staying in that bad state, right, hurting people,
Right.
that's where the bad comes in, right? But if you're actively thinking, if you're doing things and then being like, ugh, I don't know if I was supposed to do that, right? That's not something a bad person does. Well, I'm being shamed because I got trashed. Pretty sure my brother was. Pretty sure my brother has my car. You don't even know where your car is? That's... Yeah. I mean, again, live and learn, right? Live through the hangover and learn not to do that again, maybe, going forward. Certain behaviors are unhelpful. They don't contribute positively to an experience, but you are not your thoughts or your behaviors. You are a person learning how to be you.
Life is living you with purpose and value and
That's
meaning.
one of the yoga things that we would echo, right? It's a nice one. Yeah, if you got that drunk, probably not really a cool thing to do. Yeah, like, dude, where's my car? Levels of drunk. Arthur, they don't want me to be me. I'm trying to be me. I think again, right? You are you. I think they do want you to be
You can't
you.
really not be you.
Yeah, but I don't. I believe at the very least, and I've seen this enough times to be convinced of what I'm gonna say next. Someone that's completely wasted is not themselves anymore. All right, they're a version of themselves, but they're not themselves. Not really. They're like almost a caricature.
They're discerning.
Yeah,
selves.
they're not their discerning selves. And again, some discernment, some mindfulness, and the biggest word that I keep coming back to, some consideration, all right, gets completely thrown out the door when alcohol comes into the fray. Yay! Are you planning any festivals here? Doing festivals myself, not just yet. Takes a lot of money to do festivals, but I might end up going and looking for work at festivals if it comes to that. I don't know where to start. I don't know how big the festival scene is here close, and it's definitely not going to be festivaling today unless
You'd
it's.
have to travel.
Yeah, I'm
You'd have to
imagining.
travel for it. There's not much around this specific area. Maybe, I don't know, if Louisville area, Bloomington, maybe an hour away.
Bloomington, maybe.
might.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be able to use a vehicle though.
Small things.
I'll get there. We have Arthur saying, I used to care a lot, and I guess I still kind of do because I'm asking, but I'm caring less and less and less. Don't let yourself do that, right? It's good to care. I think it's one of those things, and me and Joe have had conversations about that as well, is like caring about what people say about you might not always be the best thing.
What's that thing that you say that I really, what people think about you?
The significance,
Well,
right?
no. What people think about you is none of your business.
None of your business. Yeah, that's
What
I
you think about
right.
you is important because you're the one that assigns meaning to your own life, right? And it is important, I think, to consider the people around you in that way too. That's something that brings confidence to, like, when you're helping somebody, you know, or whenever you're helped, it increases the like want to help, right? Whenever you receive something naturally, you want to give back. That's just a thing that I think is. I mean, Kurt Sagat has a video. Kurt Sagat talks about it, yeah. But just like the spiraling up instead of spiraling down, I think is the important thing.
I feel like you're perfectly on point with today's stream topic, even.
I was bringing it back intentionally.
Right. Very good. What do you do? One, Arthas. Would you do anything differently at your uncle's wake? Ask yourself honestly without considering how others feel. They want me to be perfect. I know perfection doesn't exist, so I just live my life. I wish I had attended the entire service and not blacked out, but I don't regret drinking. I wish I didn't drink so much, so I could at least remember. Yeah, I see. There's the room. It's like, okay, you know, maybe, and I think maybe that could be the point at which you can like meet your family on the other side. Is like being willing to admit to them, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have gotten as drunk, and I apologize for that part. Right? Almost like letting them know that you hear where they're coming from. Because I feel, at least in my personal experience, as soon as you take that state, that instance of nobody is perfect and I'm not perfect, and because I'm not perfect and nobody is perfect, I'm not going to be apologizing.
That's a defensive reaction, and I feel like a defensive reaction begets another defensive reaction that starts a thing. And so in that sense, I did a lot of work in like reframing the way that I worded things. I'm an over-apologizer. I've always grown up being like, sorry, I'm here now, sorry, I'm Joe, nice to meet you, sorry. Nice to meet you, I'm Joe, and I'm sorry. Instead of saying I'm sorry is being like, turning sorry, you can always turn a sorry into a thank you. So like, instead of being, you know, feeling like you have to say sorry for doing whatever it is, just, you can be like, I was going through a lot and I recognized that it did maybe add stress to what it was that everybody else was going through. I think we're all stressed, so it's important to like, once again, give each other strength, give each other grace in the way that we handle things.
The way I'm interpreting what you're saying is like thanking your family member for
saying, yeah, thank you for
bearing
allowing
for
space.
bearing with me despite my mess, and thank you for caring enough about me to actually, right, like want to help. Because that's the other side of it, right? Is that they care so little about you that your behavior doesn't mean anything to them. It's like, yeah, what if he drinks himself into a stupor? I don't care.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy, kind of thing.
I feel like a thank you is a lot more powerful than a sorry. And of
Absolutely.
course, you know, each situation's gonna have its own.
Yeah, sometimes you have to say
Sometimes
sorry.
you have to say
Like
sorry.
if you step on someone's toes, you know, and be
Thank you
like,
for letting me step on
yeah,
your
thank you for having such strong toes, so I don't break them by stepping on them. See, that's the wisdom, Arthurs. You know what you need to do going forward, and you don't need to carry shame for showing up imperfectly in the past. Drinking to the point of being in a blackout, dude, might be worth reflecting on why you do that. I mean, again, I'm considering it as like a loss. I don't know how close you were with your uncle, but I hear you. You're married? Not yet. Technically, not yet. We are getting married on the 4th of April. That's the date that we're aiming for. And I hope that you friends know that you are invited, right? Like it's a soft invite, as in, I don't know if we need people RSVPing. Like maybe it could be nice to know how many chairs we need, kind of thing. And then
You know, my sister did this thing where she didn't have chairs, she had hay bales, and she put just like blankets over hay bales. And I thought that was pretty cool.
They
Then
can
you
do
can
that
just
too.
donate the hay bales.
afterwards, yeah, they turn to
Yeah.
food. That's pretty cool.
If y'all are okay with sitting on hay bales, because we cheap asses.
That's gonna be quick. Yeah, you don't need to spend tens of thousands
We
of
talked
dollars.
about doing it in near Kansas, Missouri, like near Kansas City, which is in Missouri. Right?
I don't know where that is.
That's where Sam
Okay.
lives.
You wanna drive 7 hours? Like you're gonna.
We don't have to do the full 7 hours. There's like.
I'm just thinking about your family. Like your family is
My
in this
family would be
area.
happy to do it.
It's true.
I'm not inviting very many of them, so.
Yeah, we're gonna do something. It would be nice to have you there with us, Merman. It might be a little bit of a trouble for you too, but we'll have you
We've
there.
got 2
bro.
months. We've got 62 days.
Exactly. But I'm ashamed. Apparently, to my mom, who's so concerned about reputation in class. I didn't hurt anybody, at least. But again, as I said, like I did communicate the whole mom fractal. Like you should consider her as well, right? Moms, I know my mom at the very least are very not focused, concerned with image, right? And as you said, they don't want their reputation tarnished.
Perceived value.
Perceived value. They've done a lot of work. My mom is very, like, pedantic and intentional with the way that she presents herself and the way that she wants people to see her, right? And she can't control you perfectly, and I think that's the thing. I think it is a little bit of a control thing as well. So she might have a little bit to learn about her own behavior.
Yeah, there's
There-
that perceived value system as well, and everybody has their own perception of things like what is respect, what is class, what is, you know, and everybody's going to have their, like, this different opinion. These are things that can't, like, actually be defined because somebody might be like, oh, if you respect me, then you wouldn't have showed me the bottom of your feet. That's a
Yeah.
cultural thing, right? That's, I think, in Egypt, like,
Can't see the bottom of
yeah,
it.
showing, but that's perceived value, and so it is important, I think, to consider what once it's communicated, what somebody expects of you,
Yeah.
right? Once it's communicated, but like up until the point that it's communicated, then that's where you need to like allow yourself the grace that where you can be like, oh, I didn't know, but it's something that I can learn from, that this affects you in this way.
Yeah, humans are sensitive. Like I was even relating to what you were saying. Like I can be like that sometimes, where, like in consideration, I'll like get myself in such a tizzy. Like, guys, fucking, how dare this person not be just 10% more considerate, right? And we can get stuck in a loop that we make it so much worse in our mind than it is actually in reality. And maybe that's what's happening for you too. I feel like I'm so far behind in comments. My aunt's married American. They found good husband. That's good. Oh yeah, speaking of which, you guys are planning to get married in KC, right? Because I am not able to travel. Yeah. Yeah, it's 7 hours your way. Like Joe told us yesterday, like 7 hours to get to you.
We can find a
7 hours
place.
back. We can fly, it's true. I got married 2 years ago on February
Aw.
15th. I didn't even know this. I think I knew it. I think you let me know.
I remember him.
Yeah, I remember his beloved even like added a
Coming into
package.
stream for a little
Yeah,
bit,
coming
right?
into stream and adding like a little package as well, or something that she sent me to. Maybe some food item or something.
Aww.
I would love to come. There we go. Yes. Nice. Where are you getting married?
Kansas City,
Kansas City seems to be.
Independence, Missouri, maybe.
Is there forests there?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
And there's forests. There's great big rock faces. There's like
Mm.
there's not an ocean. Rivers.
I mean, all of
Yeah,
that
it's really
sounds
pretty. There's a lot of state parks and stuff.
right up my alley.
Yeah.
Dan says, Arthas, you put it perfectly. She is concerned with things that you aren't. The shame is the same she's talking about is what she's feeling, and that's her thing to deal with. Your thing is establishing a more healthy relationship with your drinking. There it is.
Having good relationships with your relationships.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something that Joe
Dan's
has
on
been
the
saying a
same
lot.
page.
Yeah, Dan has like rekindled his relationship with his mom. And there was probably a lot of the stuff that you're struggling with right now as well with his mom, and right, he didn't have to rekindle that relationship, but being willing to, they've both like gained so much from that. Natalie says, Lamal, aunt and American husband, worked in the passport office for the Joss reason. I got the smile from the employee on the nice application. That's awesome. Dang, y'all are really going through it. Congrats, lovebirds. Thank you, Merman. Minions, how are y'all doing? Moon Knight's
Hey,
here. Bless
Moon.
you. Our lovebird doves. I appreciate you, Dan, says Arthas. My life just sucks, and the booze entertains me to be happier. No, it doesn't, homie.
It's a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
It does convince you that. but-
Unfortunately, alcohol is a known depressant, right? So you might be like, oh, this makes me feel better. But then you feel like ass the next day again. And then you go back to wanting to feel better. And then you drink again. And then you feel like ass. And it's like rinse and repeat. It doesn't make you happier. It's going to only make your life suck harder, I promise. Because it's going to cost you money. Save that money, right? Actually, invest it in anything instead of drinking it away, please, right? And then 5, 10, 50 years from now, you're gonna have a better life because you didn't drink today, right? Do that for yourself. You deserve to live a good life. I'm learning to accept myself, good, and that it's just how life is. No, don't say that either, bro. Life isn't just what it is. Life is everything, literally, right? Life is everything, including the bad, including the good. And it is about what you go and find for yourself. They want me to stop for my health, but I'm not going to live my life in fear of death. It's not about dying. That's the thing, right?
It's about suffering while you're living.
Yeah, it's like alcohol. Just go and like do your own research. Like, what is the average kind of like state of the alcoholic, right? Not a single one. You're not going to hear a single story that's inspiring. Oh, this person's life seems so desirable being an alcoholic. You're not gonna see that, bro. Your
Breathing
family.
exercises, though.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, do breathwork exercises. You'll get zonked out of your mind.
Yeah, do some breathing exercises that makes you feel.
Death comes for us all. I'd rather live life being myself. You're not yourself drinking alcohol. Maybe like find more range, I'll say. Joe is right about the breathwork exercises. Like try, just try, right? Again, it's free.
I don't think you've ever been one to really indulge in the spirits, right? The
Me?
alcohol.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I can relate to Arthur in that way, and like I used to be very, very into the spirits. and
Thirsty.
Thirsty, yeah. One of those things where it's like every weekend I was excited to get off work and go and get out of my mind because it's been a stressful life. But like, it really did set me up for a worse tomorrow. I call drinking borrowing happiness from tomorrow, and you don't want to live on borrowed time. But you're on your journey. You're on your path. The fact that you're thinking about it and considering it is something that I think is important.
Yeah, Natalie say, I love your witch wreath show.
Thanks.
More
I
love
made it with
being
my
shared.
mom.
Arthas, you're on like a razor's edge of the last thing you said. Your life doesn't suck. It's just not what you want it to be yet. Don't numb that pain with booze and self-destruction. Dan sharing so much good wisdom. I'm
Dan's
speaking
wise.
from experience on this one. Don't choose self-destruction. Choose forward progress. That is not embracing the shame, trying to be put on you, but instead accountability to yourself.
Greetings,
Arthas,
Moon Moon.
let the
Moon
moon.
Moon's like, nobody greeted me.
I greeted him like as soon as he was in here. Maybe you
We're just behind.
didn't hear. I'm not going to unalive myself, but you are. By drinking excessively, you might not be killing yourself instantly, but you're killing yourself slowly, right? Which again generates to someone that loves you the same kind of inner experience, right? It's like, I don't want to see this person I love hurting themselves, right? And I know you just want to live your life. Just let me hurt myself. You say to your mom, she's not gonna. You're her little baby, right? You'll be her little baby forever. She might be harsh on you, but you're gonna be a little baby indefinitely, right?
He says, I'm a boozer.
I'm a
Before you say, I'm a boozer, you say, I am.
Yeah. You are that I am before
You're-
you're a boozer, before you're Arthur or Arthas.
The I am is the thing that will always follow you. It won't always be a boozer. You wake up in the morning and you're not a boozer yet.
Yep. Still sober. I
You're
played,
here and now.
Sam saying, I played an instrument for over 10 years and that kalimba sounds right to me. If it doesn't, there are tuning apps on the store. That's what I was like suggesting as well, but Jo has perfect tunes, so she was tuning it herself. There is such a thing as overtuning. The sound they're hearing is being distorted by the room. I don't know. I think the room is kind of like nice, audio-wise.
Well, it's got concrete, so it bounces off real nicely.
That and also you have couches and stuff in the space. You have a lot of
Sound.
sound deadening, yeah, stuff that will not let it echo too much. Boozer and the loser.
I'm a loser, baby.
And to have winners, we need to have losers.
Oh, no, that's not true.
Yeah, like
I mean, I guess
Arthas,
as above, so below, but like at the same time, nah, you're not a loser.
like this kind of like line of reasoning.
What you decree will be.
This line of reasoning has me wanting to beat his ass. Yeah, like, oh yeah, Arthur, I'll show you loser. Starts beating your ass, like.
Starts beating your own ass, so he's a winner.
Don't you fucking. And then knocks myself out the last second, drops there unconscious, like boom.
The things that you do say do hold value, right? So, like, if you do say these things, it does. They say that neurons that fire together wire together.
Yep.
And so, if you continue to say these things, like
I'm a loser.
your body will follow suit. It will convince itself that you're a loser. You're
your
not a
muscles
loser.
will atrophy. Your chemicals will stop producing. Your balls will shrink.
Is that what happens?
I mean, could happen. No more testosterone for you, bro. Like, and I, this has actually been proven. Men that consider themselves alpha produce more testosterone.
Alpha. That's so.
I know
that's
the word
so,
alpha has kind of like been
I get
bastardized.
so like.
It's
I
bad.
hate it when people say that I'm an alpha.
Yeah.
Like to me, I'm just like, no, you're an.
And again, there are hierarchies in male society. There are.
Yeah, but it's a.
There
it's a made
wasn't there
construct.
exactly there wasn't technically in the same way in the wolf society, but in human society there are hierarchies.
It's a construct.
And if you believe yourself to be one of the ground level, oh, I'm just a loser, I'm just a boozer, your brain and your body will be like, bet, no more testosterone. Oh,
Neurons that fire together wire together.
get all frail. Love is true. It's a shame.
Jacob's
I can only ban people for 24 hours. Sam is like ban hammering people that are daring. You're feeling down, that's normal, and we all experience that. And I see you getting halfway there. You're choosing self-acceptance, which is great. I challenge you to move into forward progress. Yeah, like it starts with that self-acceptance, right? And maybe from that place you can do more. I do need to go to the bathroom, and we're so far behind on comments. Love is true. Love is true. Thank you, friends, for joining us. The jacket. The jackal marries the wolf. Definitely a nightmare dream for me. Moon's advice is sound, Arthas. That's an example of what forward progress looks like. And I know. You need to do Katha Munda and meet a saint. He will guide you to the destination you want to go. Believe me. Love is true. Good advice. I've heard it all before. I'll look into it. You got this. What do you call that flower ringy thingy? I want one of those. A wreath, right?
Oh, this?
Yeah, it is pretty.
It's from my friend's wedding.
It is a pretty
Yeah,
wreath.
pretty little wreath. Matches
Oh,
my living room.
I have agreed to do a dry February. Good. It's for my partner's respect to stay on the wagon. Good. Alcohol is not good for us, like at all, unfortunately. Like if there was any redeeming qualities, maybe I would be a little bit more okay with it. But we know now that even a little bit. Oh, Stephen G is
Hey!
here. Stephen
This stream
G.
is brought to you by Stephen G.
Yeah, Stephen G Fuel has sponsored stream. We love you, bro. I'm super far behind on comments, but I'll try and see your messages by the time I get there. Flower ringy thingy is called a wreath. Sam letting our friends know. I'm gonna scroll through the comments and see if I'm missing anything really important. It's always good to know your limit for anything.
Everything
Natalie,
in moderation, even moderation.
the little punk rocker in me just melted. Love is true.
Oh, probably.
Sam, new partner of 4 months, but I had a crush on him for over 20 years.
Aww.
We met at a punk show. I love
Nice.
him so much. That's cute. This is your wife, MeltMore. Hendrik
Hendrik.
van Vreden. Hendrik is from Vreden. It's one of the South African
yeah.
friends. Yep, this is my future wife. She's my fiance right now. You're the girl at the rock show for this guy. Love is true. It gets better. He has been in many bands since then and has been learning my favorite
reference.
feel-good songs on keyboard. So corny and wholesome. There's so much love in chat. Fire up. He subscribed, Lamar. Thank you, Natalie, for bringing more subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe right now. Arthas, the fact that you arrived here today seeking answers tells me outright, with outright certainty, that you're not a bad person. Exactly.
You're
Love is
loved.
true. That is true, man. You're getting super sloshed. I turned into the Green Day Saint Jimmy's character. Totally a different guy. He is a lot of fun. That's the whole you turn into a different person. I'm so far behind. Oh my goodness. Like, love is true. I'm gonna
Roll up.
look at that. Like literally deep. I'm gonna maybe start from here again. Reminds me of the Green Day lyric. I'm a loser, a drug user, so I don't need I don't need no accuser to try and slag me down because I know you're right. This morning has been a Reddit reunion. I was in the stream chat earlier with Maxio from the Arpan days. Love is true. It's okay to be there, Arthas. Love is true. We got Heart here too. I'm here. Love is true. Real alphas don't need to state it. The scientists that made the alpha wolf theory were looking at their own subconscious reflection in the animals. Oh yeah. Love is true. Thank you, Stephen G. Fuel. Wily Coyote, people updating his donation too. That's why I take it one step beyond alpha to the Sigma male. Google it if you haven't heard that before. It's hilarious. I know the Sigma male thing. Head into a food banking for a few hours, so I can't stay long. We love you, a bank. Thank you for taking care of people too. And for taking care of me by donating a little bit to a blinker. People really want us to smoke weed on stream. No. We live in Indiana. We don't smoke weed anymore. It's legal in this
We
state.
Dynavap herbs. Only herbs.
No, we don't. I don't know what you're talking
We
about.
Dynavap mullein and
Yeah, million and lavender.
lavender. I
Exactly.
don't know if you should Dynavap lavender.
Well, I've done it. It's very nice.
I mean, you can. You just don't want to do it
A
too
lot.
much.
Yeah, probably not.
Mullein's good though.
I'm just, and yes, definitely subscribe and like. Thank you. We do this stream every day, so join us again. We're gonna keep encouraging you to not drink. Hey Wiley, how you been? Love is true. It's okay to be miserable sometimes, Arthas. Been there too. But sit with it. Don't resist it. It'll help you put it down.
Yeah.
Alcohol is a depressant, Nancy as well, and I'm sure you know, Dan, drinking more of it isn't gonna help you with the depressive state of mind.
Yup.
A little stressed from work, but other than that, I'm doing great. Hope you're doing good too, Sam. I'm happy to hear that, Steven. Ooh, the million. Melt quit smoking? Yeah. As soon as I stepped foot
Totally.
in Indiana, I was like, oh, well, now I can't smoke weed anymore because it's not okay for me to do so.
We just have to cross the border and do it over there.
Yep, that's how it works. You know, as soon as I stepped, suddenly the urge to smoke weed hits me like a train.
It's only like 2 hours.
It's only 2 hours away, yeah. You know, like one of those, like instead of going outside on the balcony to smoke, you drive 2 hours to the other state. That's what we do. But what if I genuinely like the taste of beer? I mean, I genuinely like the taste of beer as well, but there are pretty good alcohol-free beers these days. Stop looking at me like that. I'm serious. Like there are alcohol-free beers. Heineken, and there's a brand in South Africa. I think it's a South African brand. It's called Superbock. That
Super deer?
Yeah, well, BOCK, but
Oh.
kind of the same thing. And it tastes like a beer without having to drink alcohol. So why not? I'm getting filtered. I'm seeing your message now, Gordon Black. You might have been saying stuff that has it filtering you or something. Canada is all legal. I need to go to the bathroom. Meltmore will return in Avengers Doomsday. Yep. I'm actually one of the main characters, you know. But I'm one of those superheroes that have the power of invisibility and the inability to hear anything that I say when I turn invisible. So I'm in the movie the whole time, but because of my superpowers, of course, you won't be seeing or hearing of me. What's up, bro? Is this your girl? She's cute. It is. Isn't she the most adorable thing ever? Yeah, it's federally decriminalized. Does Indiana have a no weed rule in the books?
So we have Delta 9.
You have gas station
We
weed.
have gas station weed. We have Delta 8 and Delta 9. You can get it at the gas station. It's kind of weird. And they'll sell flour. They'll sell like the little pins. They'll sell
Drinks.
drinks.
And
yeah,
edibles.
we can go and get THC infused drinks, and they're good. It's just not as good as the real stuff. So
We have the official Lord Farquaad in chat right now.
Really?
Some of
Because
you,
you're small?
Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I mean, I'll find out when you can visit Canada. I'll send you festival applications.
yeah,
Do
we
that.
got to be able to. You got to be a citizen, I think, before you can go into another
probably.
or something. There's some kind of a thing. You
I
can't
think
just
at the
leave
they
country
won't
right
want me
now.
to use my passport just yet.
Oh,
Gordon
yeah.
Black, we can see you. But they're pretty good alcohol-free beers. Stop looking at me like that. No, you need a scalding. Don't stop.
What's going on?
Sam being like, oh, what if I like the taste of beer? And I go, then drink alcohol-free beer. It's like, starts hissing at me as well. Super Bock is from Portugal. No, it might be. It might be. Thank you for letting me know,
Import.
Stephen. Yeah, I think that using alcohol is a part of our process. I'm establishing a more healthy relationship with booze, and I can accept that it's just gonna be a part of my life to a degree. How about you stop accepting that? It was a part of my life to a degree as well, and then I decided this is bad for me, and I still want to live to 1,000, right? And I can't want that and drink alcohol at the same time. It's like, what do you actually want? Do you want to drink beer? Or do you want to live a long, healthy life? It's like, you can choose one of the options. You can't have both, unfortunately. Nope, it's true.
I hear you.
The studies say a single glass of alcohol is too much. One glass. There is no safe amount. Because again, one of the biggest cancers that alcohol give you is esophageal cancer. So when you drink that stuff, even if it's a drop of alcohol, it increases your cancer risk. I don't want no throat cancer, please. My poor liver needs to stay healthy as well. It does a lot of work as is. What is far worse than alcohol-free beer is alcohol-free wine. I haven't tried that part.
I like bubbly. I like the bubbly stuff.
I mean, like, to say this as well, just to be like, I mean,
Sparkling.
on your friend's side, I like beer. And I like wine as well. I enjoy it. It tastes good. But again, I can't enjoy the experience because I'm like, this is not okay. This is not okay. I should not be doing this. And that's almost like what my mind is being consumed by when I try to. I need to go and relieve myself. I need to pee. I'm
Make
sorry
sure-
for leaving you in stream. I'm turning it off.
I'll try to read loud so you can hear it. Hello, friends. Where are we at here? Florida. What is far worse than alcohol-free beer is alcohol-free wine. Yeah, we just read that one, but I don't know. I really like the flavor of like a red wine, like a dry red wine personally, so I might like it better. I've never tried it. Florida, it's legal, but gas stations and smoke shops selling weed using the THC loopholes, and that they can't just enforce anything if it's medical marijuana is, geez, you guys, I'm really bad at this. And they can't enforce anything if medical marijuana is legal there either. Okay, so Florida might be a little bit like us in Indiana. Oh my God, don't turn around. There's an angel behind you. You're sweet. In short, we all have our vices, but I'm just not so worried about it like I once was. We need spiritually we need spiritually aware drinkers to relate to our friends struggling with the spirits. Okay, that's where I'm at. Yeah, that's where I feel like it's we need to. I can relate to somebody who's gone down that path, right? Whereas I think it's important to allow them grace as well because they're on a different path. You
Yeah.
know? So like browbeating and being like, you're wrong is a thing where I'm like, I don't know. I don't think that's a good way to connect with people because like people are going through their own certain thing. And I can say if I was somebody, if I'm looking back at the old punk me that was Saint Jimmy in my drinking phases and I was having what I thought was a good time and connecting with people in ways that like I couldn't, I wouldn't have accepted that kind of browbeating.
Yeah, for me,
I would have been like, this person's a butthole and they think that they know better than me.
for me, it's like a whole thing of like I am a rebel, fundamentally, right? And as a result, I don't like following rules. For example, if I was a part of the Muslim community, I'd probably drink alcohol just because it's against the rules to do so, right? My dad's a Muslim, and I'm like, I don't want to be Muslim, and I'm gonna be drinking alcohol because I'm a rebel. So in my world, instead of like saying like societally something is wrong or right, I bring it back to the science where it's like, so the science says that if you do this thing, this is the result your body is going to kind of like download. And that to me is my best way of like actually changing my behavior.
Right.
To
but
understand.
I get it. But like at the same time, science says sugar's bad for you. At the same time, science says all of these things are bad for you. And you added sugar to the chili last night, and it was good chili, and we enjoyed it.
Everything in moderation kind of thing.
Everything
but
in
unfortunately,
moderation.
alcohol, like sugar can still be used as energy. Alcohol alcohol is just like
Alcohol
poison.
can be used as energy. It can fuel cars.
You can, and technically, it gives you energy in your body as well, in a way, a little bit. But it turns into toxic compounds
Oh,
after
totally,
it gets
yeah.
processed.
So does like smoking. People smoke and everything, but like, I don't think the thing. I don't. It's whether or not what you say is good for them, right? I think it is good to be aware of the things that are happening, but when somebody's in a state where they're not receptive to it because, say, they had just gone through a thing where their mom's like getting onto them for it, they're not going to be receptive to whatever it is that you say because you're not hearing them. Sometimes people just need to be heard.
I mean, like I'm going to share almost the perspective that I have of Christian. Christian likes drinking wine as well, and he's my best friend, and I have talked ad nauseum about the badness of that. That hasn't changed him,
Nausea,
right?
like being
Ad
nauseous.
nauseum is like an extensive amount.
Oh, like overindulging.
No, just that word means like I've talked about it a lot essentially.
Oh.
Ad nauseum is like I'm
Learn
so
a word.
much trying to convince him to stop, and he hasn't, right? And he's my best friend, so in that way, he has a little bit more respect for what I might say to him. He knows that I'm not going to just try and browbeat him because I want to be better than him. I want the best for him. And as a result, instead of telling him that alcohol is bad for him, I tell him I'm gonna win and become Wizard King. Because me and Christian have a whole like running joke that whoever lives the longest becomes Wizard King.
I'm just thinking of the most effective way to communicate, right? Because I know that as a person, as a rebel, right, if somebody's, say, beating a religion down my brain, I'm going to become more resistant to whatever it is that they say after because I'm like, they have a motive on me and it goes against what it is that I believe in. So, like, there's ways to, like, connect with people that are more effective, I think, than by hearing them when they need to be heard. Like each situation kind of calls for a different type of interaction, right?
It's true, right? Like for instance, there was photos being taken with whiskey glasses during my brother's bachelor's, and I took like a small little sip of the whiskey just to taste what it's like, and I was cringing and being taken photos of holding a whiskey glass.
Because you just don't want to
Because
represent, you want to live
like
by an
that's
example,
exactly
which I think
that's
is
not
what
I
you're
do.
doing. That is good.
But I still, because I knew that's what the situation called for, I dropped that part of me that's critical and I got with the program because
Yeah.
that's what my brother wanted or whatever. So I have some, just a little bit of malleability or what's the word I'm looking for? Leeway that I'll give, but the pedanticness, is there for a
Right.
reason.
I'm just thinking of like Arthur. The thing I feel like he wasn't necessarily, the alcohol is definitely something that you can sit and talk about forever, right? You can sit here and like it's clear that the evidence is that it's not good for you, right? But he's probably already had a massive earful for it of it from his mom. And so he's not going to be as receptive to it because he's already exhausted over that topic. What I feel like he probably needs is just to be like, he wants to feel seen. That's what he's asking. He wants to feel
I think
seen.
for the most part we've done that as well.
Yeah.
Part of me is like maybe he might be unwilling to receive that information from his mom. Like I know again, the whole rebel. You don't want to listen to your mom as a man sometimes, especially once you grow up and you become an adult. I don't want to listen to my mom. My mom doesn't know me. It's my life. Right? And then sometimes it can help receiving the same kind of message from someone that you might consider a peer. So yeah, I want you to take good care of yourself. That's all I'll say, right? That is the fractal. We are so far behind again. Jovan has met the burbs yet. Oh yeah.
Tonight. No,
Oh,
you
yeah.
haven't met.
Oh, not your burb, but I thought you were talking about the burbs outside. Like there's so much. I don't think I'll be able to get to all of them. Dan said, "You see, that's where we differ, Melt. I don't want to live to 1,000. I want to be taken when God comes for me." Well, I'll let you have that because if I go into that topic, it's gonna be a whole other one. Then my husband's got fired from a job for testing positive, but when they surprised him, now the company strictly does not test for weed because they enforce that policy, and it cost them their best employee.
Yikes.
Sucks to be them. Also, you're wrong. It's not black and white. My grandpa had whiskey every night and lived to 94. Both of them,
that.
no cancer, just old age. Again, it is a matter of like you increase your likelihood, right? And for example, my dad has also been consuming alcohol his whole life. My dad also hasn't gotten cancer yet. But again, I see it as like a cellular thing where every time you put alcohol in your body, your cells have to work in order to get yourself back to a baseline. That's why mom's calling.
Oh, that's my mom?
You want to answer?
I'll answer later.
Answer her.
No, it's okay. I'll call her later. I'm busy. I don't like answering the phone like in the middle of a thing.
But your mom.
It's okay.
But it's your mom.
It's okay. I'll call her in a little bit.
You're gonna tell your mom Melt really wanted to answer the call, but I told him.
I'll tell her that.
You tell her.
I'll tell her.
Better tell her because I don't want her to be like.
She would be upset if I answered and she was on this thing right now. And
Okay. I'll respect that. You're super lucky, aren't we? Glad. I have so many Joe questions in chat. You'll have to, like, again, we can't catch up and keep up with all of them. Here, that's the recruiter of my coworkers have told me explicitly that they don't do random testing. It costs money, so they won't do it unless they have a really strong reason to. Yeah, if you're like zonked out to the point where you can't click the button on your computer, maybe that would be a good reason. It's like, yeah, we need to, this guy needs to go away probably. You should do some solo streams on this channel occasionally. Would be
Me?
dope. On this channel?
maybe another channel. Maybe like a sister channel.
Melt Mimi instead of MeltMore. I mean, it could be fun. I have been encouraging Joe to do streams as well.
I did for a little bit.
Yeah, she
And I
streamed
did
during
enjoy it. I
she
did
streamed
enjoy
during
it.
the art pan days
My
even.
face wasn't on there.
Yeah, she would like do art streamings and play music and stuff. Hello, pretty. Can I see you for a moment? Fucking alcohol. I don't mean this hyperbolically or metaphorically. Is actual poison.
It is true.
Yes,
It is
Corgan.
poison.
Me and you were on the same side. Like it's literal poison. If you took pure alcohol and you put it here in this little pocket of your hand, it will literally kill your cells. Your skin will start peeling off. Like, why would you put that inside of yourself? I don't care if you like drinking it away, but some people are emotionally fragile and can't admit that it's bad, so they have to cope. Yeah, and there's many ways to cope. Mom is
Okay.
calling.
I'll answer her this time.
Please.
She called twice. I'll answer.
Yeah. Okay. Glad. Ironically, you should do some. There we go. The solo streams. I agree. Joe, here's a metaphor on drinking fractal. If you don't play with fire, then you can't relate to the feeling of getting burned. Again, why are we coping so hard? Can we stop? Alcohol is bad for us. Can we just like accept that? You can drink alcohol, but do it with this knowing that this is very bad for me. And if I'm gonna do it now, then I should try and like not do it for the next month again after this instance that I've done it for. Because please, please, I care. I care about you and I want the best for your well-being. Chat got stuck. Gordon, alcohol follows the same rule everything else does. If it exists, humans will abuse it. No, but the thing is, Sam, there is no healthy amount of using it, right? You drinking a single shot is abuse. You're abusing your own body, right? There's no safe limit. So I think it's different in that way because you can smoke weed to excess, right? To the point where you're like zonked out, to the point where you're spending so much money on it where it becomes a detriment to your life, right? And that would be abuse. But if you partake of a little bit of bud at the end of your day to relax, right? That wouldn't be abuse. Where drinking a glass of wine at night to relax, that would still be abuse, even if it's just one glass. What I believe. Melt is a straight edge punk. He's so punk that he's actually self-respecting. Yeah, Moles. Moles, respecting yourself first. Like do yourself a favor. A rule breaker, don't drown in the river. Fruit can be made to alcohol. Yeah, it's true. But the alcohol, the fruit is the good part. You know, you can maybe get like some good compounds, but alcohol consumption, everything in moderation, doesn't turn into toxic compound. Who have you that rule? It does, literally. Check this out. Right? I don't have to prove anything to you. The science is clear. Can you tell us about what alcohol turns into when your body processes it? Listen, listen, listen.
When you take a sip of a drink, your body treats alcohol, ethanol, like a polite but unwanted house guest. It wants it out as quickly as possible. Your liver handles about 90% of this work through a multi-stage chemical breakdown. Here is the molecular roadmap of...
Okay, so here is the toxic step over. It's called acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde. First, an enzyme called alcohol dehydrogenase, or ADH, breaks the ethanol down into acetaldehyde. The reality check. Acetaldehyde is a nasty intermediary. It is a highly toxic and known carcinogen, as in it gives you cancer when it's in your body. It is significantly more reach for the aspirin inducing than alcohol itself. The effects is that this is the primary culprit behind DNA damage, facial flushing, and that I'm going to regret this feeling. And then there's a middle step, which is acetate. Because acetaldehyde is so dangerous, your body tries to quickly use a second enzyme, ALDH, or acetaldehyde dehydrogenase, to turn it into acetate, where acetate is safer and non-toxic in comparison. But most of this acetate leaves the liver and then enters your bloodstream, where it eventually circulates to the rest of your body. And then you pee out the rest of it. But yeah, that acetaldehyde, really bad for you, right? Like if you had to like put it on your skin every day, like within a year, you would like have cancer on that spot. It's like that's how bad it is, unfortunately. Flat earthers, they're not real folks. They're trolls looking to take time away from other worthwhile topics. Yeah, the stupidity is rampant, unfortunately. What have you guys done since you got here? Any sightseeing? It's covered in snow out there. Like it's so bright that you even moving away doesn't want to like refocus. Like it's winter wonderland out there. We've been staying inside for the most part. We did go to some places to see, some stuff. Dude, nest hair looks good. Thank you. I do got my nest. How's mom doing?
She's good.
She okay?
Yeah. She was panicking.
Yeah.
She was panicking because the dog ran away and she didn't know what to do, but
Oh.
found him like as soon as I answered the phone call.
Okay, exactly. Good. Because like I I don't want your mom to be like, this Melt guy makes her not answer her phone or something.
Nah, we have this relationship to where like a phone call just means like call me back whenever you can. A lot of times we miss each other's calls. It's very phone tag, we called it.
Phone tag. It's no more. I want mom to feel considered as well. I have a crazy metabolism in the alcohol gene. My body knows it ingested poison. Intoxicants are more likely to make me sleepy because my body switches gears to processing the poison. Yep.
Oh.
Did anyone else hear the noise floor completely dip out of the mix? Weird.
Was that whenever I took this thing off maybe?
Might have been.
Might be changing again now.
Both of them should have. Like, it might be the fan. There's a noise floor as when the
furnace is
when the
running.
furnace runs. Yeah, I hear you, Joe. He needs to be heard, but still don't be a dick and abuse others. Yep. Love is true, and you two are living your truth. This is the way.
Love you, Natalie.
Appreciate
She's
you
probably
both.
not here.
And she does 100% understand my frame of thinking. She's the soft love to break through the resistance, and he's the tough love to stay on the path. Thank you for letting me be heard. Yeah. We do complement each other. Like, she's definitely the more soft and like considerate, and I'm like that's why I call myself MeltMore, because if I don't remind myself over and over again, I'll be a rigid pillar of metal, just like standing unmoved by waves or wind, blasted by sand, but only chopping away little by little. You gotta love those anecdotal stories presented as truth. That's sometimes how it is. Sometimes our own stories carry the most significance to us, right? Mom's gonna be laughing cause daughter's right. What's happening? I'm just as lost as you are, Hoopy. I cannot for the life of me catch up with comments, bro. Like, it feels like I'm back in the old RPAN days. No, Melt, you're abandoning your own principles when you say alcohol is bad. It's not bad, it's subjective. No, it's bad. It's not subjective, right? Some things are subjective. That is the one of the things that are not subjective, unfortunately, right? Subjective is like, for some person, it might, I mean, again, maybe if you're drinking alcohol when you're getting like an arm amputated or something to sate the pain, maybe I can like see that as a subjective experience that I can tolerate, but nay. Dead wrong, Mel. After all, it was booze last weekend that turned the emotional volume knob down enough to replace my anger with grief.
It can open doors for things.
Yeah, and again, right, alcohol is the experience you had, and in that way, it's the anecdotal evidence. You could have had that experience with non-toxic substances as well. I'll say that much. So it's, again, I think it helped you, but that doesn't mean it was the thing that's helpful, all right? It was you in a different state of mind outside of your default mode network. And we know that that has some benefits, but you can get there with meditation, and you can get there with breath exercises, and you can get there with yoga as well, right? So in that way, I'll let you have your subjective experience. I can say with 100% certainty that I wouldn't be reconnecting with my mom right now had I not had that choice, made the choice to drink last Thursday. I'm happy that you got to connect with mom. Wake up to the people, data. Wake up to the people. Wake up to the data, people. I think Hoopty is on our side. I'm hoping, at least. I'm out, MeltMore. Tell Melt Mimi I said bye-bye. Love you. Thank you, Steve and Mr. Merman, for joining us. Gordon saying to Dan, let me help you better understand that this is not a moral question. It's the only mistake Melt is making. Disconnect from the topic emotionally. This is a chemistry problem, not a moral one. Yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to say you're a bad person for drinking alcohol or you're a bad person for liking alcohol. It is, as Gordon says, it is purely a chemistry thing. It's like if you mix vinegar and baking soda, you're gonna have bubbles, right? Making like little those play volcanoes. You ever do that? Yeah, it's like you put these two chemicals together and there is a reaction that comes off it. It's not a bad reaction, right? If I want my volcano to volcano, that's exactly the reaction that I want. But if I want to store something, right? I want baking powder with me and I want vinegar with me, but I only got one container. Let me put it both in the same container and then close it quickly. Now suddenly I've built a bomb, all right? And that would be bad. but it is a matter of chemistry. It's just purely chemistry as an attachment. Gordon, I know that I'm just quite stubborn, and I want Mel to see it, the duality that I'm
The
speaking
duality
to.
is the thing that's been like on my mind this whole time because meaning being assigned, right? Like each individual person's gonna have their own anecdote. And so, like saying, I think inherently saying something is good or something is bad, nothing's inherently good and bad. Everything is everything. So, like, everything is a tool, the way that we look at it. And I think it's great that you are so against it. Like, I do, because it is something that isn't good for longevity, but not everybody out there is, like, really focused on longevity in the way that you are. Some people are out here having, like, an experience where they're like, it's hard for them to care, right?
Like
But, yeah, making them care, I think, is the important thing, rather than telling them what they need to do in order to.
I'm thinking about the whole kind of like down the line effects where in our lives, some of the biggest bills we'll ever be given are going to be medical bills, right? And drinking alcohol will, again, get you closer to that. Alcohol is a fuel. You can light it on fire.
That's what I was saying. You can use it to combust, like in vehicles. Like there's
Yeah,
cars that will run
exactly.
on
Here in
ethanol.
America, I think you have more cars running on ethanol
Yeah.
than any of them. So yeah, in that way, it's like I get it.
Everything is a tool. It
Alcohol
just
can be
depends on
useful.
how you use it.
We were given a liver and free will because it was determined that we needed them. If you like, the liver is not made for alcohol processing, Sam. That's just what it has to do. And we get literal psoriasis on our liver when it processes alcohol. You don't get psoriasis when you eat food every day, right? Like, don't stop, please.
You're like, I'm going to
It's
die
not-
on this hill.
It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna convince me, even for a sliver, that alcohol consumption is okay. It won't. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. If you were to live enough to die of an old age, you would be dying from breathing oxygen too long. It's true. Oxidizing yourself. Yeah. This perspective that alcohol is bad because it poisons the body, y'all are going to have to do better because I'm not gonna live forever. Well, it's up to you, right? I'm gonna continue not poisoning myself, and then I'll live my life, and I'll show you friends what a life looks like, not poisoning the self, right? And then you can model for yourself. Do I want to be like that, or do I want to be like this, right? And you can measure and you can weigh, and then you can. The cool thing about the human experience is you can experiment. You can be like, I'm gonna now not listen to Melt and start drinking aggressively every night. And then you do that for 2 weeks, and then you join the stream again, and then you're like, Melt, my life has gotten so much better for drinking every night the last 2 weeks. And then I'll be like, oh, I don't believe you. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna put it down. I ate shredded cheese straight from the bag at 3 a.m. like a raccoon with Wi-Fi.
Barthol is my people.
Barthel, I get it, bro. We ate some shredded cheese last night as well. Just tuned in, and I agree with the statement. Thank you, Commander. Love is true. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to
There's a lot
be.
of comments.
Like I feel very like flustered not being able to catch all of them. Me too, Arthas. We're young guys, plenty of time to build a life worth living. Yes, Arthas. The very least, drink more water if you're gonna be drinking that much. Booze.
That's
good as well.
advice. Like, drink twice as much water as you drink alcohol, and it will totally make your tomorrow way better.
Help you because dehydration is one of the biggest things
That is the
that
big
hurts you.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're closing out to the idea that alcohol can provide benefits while also being physically damaging to the consumer. That's what I'm stuck on. But I respect you, Mel. I'm not saying that, like, again, right? I have consumed alcohol. I have had conversations with friends. Like, I remember one time when I was drunk, me and Leroy, like, had a whole heart-to-heart about the difficulties that we've had with our dads and their expectations and their, like, ideas of how we're supposed to be and who we're supposed to be. And it was meaningful, right? Connecting in that way with him. But I don't know if he remembers that conversation the way that I did, right? At all, even if he did. And I can't really remember the context of what we talked about. I just remember the feeling in that moment. And maybe, as you said, I wouldn't have had that exchange and that feeling if not for the alcohol consumption. But again, I feel like that is the whole putting the carriage before the horse kind of mentality, where like we probably could have had that conversation without the alcohol. And because we were intoxicated at the moment, we assign it benefit when that's not actually how it works. It's not that I'm not saying that it hasn't helped some people. I'm sure people have had fun times drinking alcohol. However, if you look at it from an economic perspective, how much money we spend drinking alcohol, I see that as part of the problem, where we have people starving, we have people getting bombed to non-existence, while at the same time we're spending, I think the number is a trillion. I think it's $1 trillion.
It's a whole culture. So I
How
mean,
much money is being spent annually on alcohol? I think it's $1 trillion is what I saw last time.
annually?
And
Annual
1.8
global spending on
trillion,
Woo!
1.8 to 2.6 trillion US dollars a year. You see what I mean? You see that fucking number. That's enough money to make sure every person on planet Earth has food to eat. Every person has a home to live in. Like, that's the kind of money we need. And right now it's being consumed to kill ourselves. And like, I have a big old stick up my ass about that. I cannot. Like, every time the alcohol topic comes up, it's does she have kids? No.
Have birds.
That burp though, true, bourbon dog. You can see him getting worked up while having to admit that she's right. She's not. Nobody is right. Whoever thinks that no.
You are getting worked up.
I'm getting worked up because this is like, to me, elementary. It's like, this is so simple that I don't want to talk about it further. It's like, this is decided.
I think it's funny that like 10 minutes ago you're like, I'm gonna put it down.
I'm
You're like, I
putting-
can't put it down.
Putting this down because they're not putting it down. I keep seeing
It's
more.
not me, it's them.
Thank you all. My life has gone downhill since 2020. I keep thinking I'm hitting rock bottom, but then bottom seems to keep going. And like, I don't know if the alcohol is helping, bro. I'm gonna agree now. I don't agree now. I believe in good and evil. I do believe in the concept of good and evil as it relates to our, again, subjective human experiences. But
What one person?
alcohol itself isn't evil, right? It's a compound. It's a compound that gets produced. Like, there's a bunch of different fungi that do it. When they eat sugar, they process it as energy, and then they turn some of that energy into alcohol as a byproduct. Sometimes to the point where they literally poison themselves, right? And they end up sterilizing that liquid. For instance, at one point, the water was so like contaminated that drinking beer was safer than drinking water because the alcohol would at least sterilize the liquid, right? And in that way, I can see alcohol playing a role because at least you don't get the shits from the water being bad. So again, I am on your side. I am on your side, but I'm also on your side to the point where we don't live in that society anymore. So we can't really use that as a use case. Like, oh, actually, I drink alcohol because it's not bad for me.
I think the thing is, like, the answer is typically, it depends. Because there are no absolutes. Like, there aren't any absolutes. And that's an absolute statement in itself.
Yeah, I might not drink a drop of alcohol my whole life and then die in a car accident tomorrow, kind of thing. So, in that way, it's subjective in that way as well. It's just about spending money to hurt yourself, right? That's the big thing.
Self-destruction.
That's exactly the self-destructive.
But you can be self-destructive in the thoughts that you use, like the other foods that you eat, the way that you interact with other people. Like, there's so many different ways that, and so once you can get down to like the core of what it is that you believe in, and like follow that, that's the directing your energy.
All right, St. Martha's. 2020 was like the start of Dance Inferno, to be kind of cliche. Things are turning around for me, and it will all come in time.
Dan's a wise guy. He's on the path.
Gordon says alcohol will shorten your life by a few years if, in a hypothetical world, if that deducted time was listed on every bottle you drink, would you still drink it? If yes, then alcohol is worth losing time. Yeah. I believe that there is a lot to live for. I think that's the big thing. So I'm gonna live for all of it. Melt Dog, you are poisoning yourself every single day. You did it with sugar in the chili. Come on, man. Again, sugar in moderation, your body can process. And the way it poisons you is basically by spiking your insulin, which opens your cells and then makes them hungry for food. And what happens with sugar, and that's the big thing that's negative about it, is it can create a cycle where you consume sugar, it spikes your insulin, opens your cells. Your cells absorb all of the energy that's available. They are still open because the insulin is so high, then your cells start producing ghrelin, which sends hunger signals to your brain, which can lead you to consuming more sugar, starting that whole cycle over and over again. That's where it's bad, right? I don't allow myself to get into that loop. Alcohol is bad because the compound itself is carcinogenic, right? It causes cancer. At least sugar causes cancers through other pathways. The sugar itself isn't the cancer causing property. It's the high state of insulin and the kind of cortisol response that comes with it.
Arthur says my punishment. That's one of those things right there where I'm like, neurons that fire together wire together. So if you call it a punishment, that's paranoia, thinking the world is out to
Get you.
get you, basically. And in thinking that your body will follow suit, things will follow suit. If your shoulders are tight and everything, you won't be able to move as fluidly. Pronoia, believing that the world is there for you, you know. It does change the way that life flows around you whenever you readjust the perspective. What is the saying? You don't like the way that the world looks, then change the way you see it.
That's beautiful. It's interesting that we have such a mixed bag of friends joining us as well because we have Kat Staffer. I don't think I've seen that name before, saying alcohol contributes to cancer risk. I don't need more of the risk either, especially we live in a society that cancer is the number one killer of people right now. Like there's more things that do
Darren's here.
have cancer causing properties, and as you said, like putting it in myself, I'd rather not. Good for you for showing no one needs alcohol to enjoy life. Yeah. Stress is bad for your heart, laughter is good for your heart. Not punishment, your predicament. Reframe it, my friend. Everything in the freezer aisle contributes to cancer. I feel like you're trying to split hairs here, bro. I'm not gonna let you drink alcohol. I'm gonna keep telling you forever. I'm sorry. The rest of us are angels trying to get me to understand what happens to come. But I'm just a schizo. I mean, what you believe is true, I'll say.
You're not just.
Don't reframe it for them. It is a punishment for them. That is what it is. For you, it's a good time. Maybe I'm just schizo. I mean,
No.
wow, trillion of dollars. Yeah, 1.8 to 2.6 trillion US dollars annually. Like that number, I think like knowing that, like I knew it was more than a trillion, but I didn't know it was going on the two of trillions. Gordon,
Self-love.
self-punishment is rooted in self-loathing. I'm
Self-love.
gonna try to reframe it in a more positive way.
Yeah, that's so true. I'm like so on Dan's page. Like self-loathing, you know, why would you put your hand on a hot stove? One, because you're unaware of the fact that it's hurting you, and two, because you don't love yourself very much, so you're okay with hurting you. And that's like a good metaphor for, you know, self-destruction, like the self-destructive behavior. Self-love is something that doesn't come very easy to a lot of people, especially a lot of people that have gone through stress and trauma in a world that's trying to tell them that they're not enough, sort of thing. And so, self-love, that's one of those things that, I don't know, we can always work on.
Love ourselves a little bit more.
Not
Share-
do the self-destruction.
We got Share Bear 44 here. I like the number 44. Bless you, Share Bear. Thank you for joining us. Les Goss says it's colder than my dad's hugs outside. I live with a simple motto, Gorgon. Love everyone and tell the truth. Losing everyone means respecting everyone. Loving everyone means respecting everyone. The Sound Punk niece, name Mrs. Sam. Visible confusion. I'm there with you. Communication is built on communicating regardless of respect. You don't have to respect someone to tell them to look both ways while they walk across the street. I hear your side of it as well, Gorgon. I can also be very pragmatic when it comes to my communicating because my tisms makes me very literal, right? Like for me, literally, alcohol is bad for you, right? So because of that literal way of thinking, you can't convince me to consider alcohol emotionally because it's not an emotional decision to me. It is a literal decision. It's like I have to literally drink it or literally choose not to. And whichever I choose, I'll literally get hurt because of it. The message isn't received by people who don't feel respected by you. I can guarantee you that. Also true what he says. The real self-destruction involved is greasy food and sugary drinks. Yeah, also true, Zach Hunter. Like, Joe even wanted to like get me some things to drink for the fridge. and she was going for the LaCroix, which probably is lower sugar
There's
as
no
well.
sugar in it.
No sugar, even. And even that, I was like, no, I'm okay. I don't need none of that right now.
I need to make some tea.
I'll
still
drink
haven't seen
water.
her Do that.
We'll make some more tea. Like, I'm gonna be done with the stream soon.
So,
Why are you bringing that up? My brother is dating a black woman, and my mom wants to break them up. Can you give me some advice? Like
what
my
people think about you is none of your business.
That's
so
a good
don't
one.
let other people's thoughts in that way influence what it is that you're doing. Live yourself, like live to the truest of you.
my biggest thing as well, and I don't know if this is advice, but I live by the philosophy of love is true, right? If your brother loves that person, I don't know what else needs to be said, right? Like that's as much as needs to be known.
Support them.
Support them, like that's good advice, Shell. Yeah, you be the one that supports them. If their mother wants to break them up, just be the supportive one. I don't mind others' perception of me as long as I know I'm staying within my morals. Yeah, let's go. Exactly. How did you snag her? She snagged me,
I
bro.
snagged him.
Yeah. She was like looking from afar on the interweb. Was like, hey, I'm gonna give myself some of that. All right. Love you, friends. Thank you for joining us. It really was nice to have this stream together. I really like having you on stream with me, Xiao. This was nice. Thank you, friends, for being here with us too. It will now be time for us to say goodbye. And then I'll do this again tomorrow with you, friends. We'll read one more. Gorgon saying, Dan, they are not my depressants. It's my social duty to make sure they get the information publicly passed, that it's their responsibility as adults to receive that info or not. I won't coddle them. I sometimes operate in that way as well. Like being coddled almost like feels like a type of disrespect to me, Gordon. So I don't want to be respected. I don't want someone to be like soft and like, oh, I don't want to offend you or something, but I would rather just tell me as it is, be direct with me, and then I can be, as you said, the adult that receives the information or not. So I can understand both of your sides. I think both of you are right. Dan is right about like showing up from a place of respect. Like I respect you so much and care about you so much as a person that I want to help you, right? But all of us are different, and love is true. You won't be hurt if you disrespect people. True. Difference between cuddling and treating someone with respect. There's a big difference.
Awareness too.
Awareness.
Because respect is one of those things as a perceived value system. So somebody's like, oh, if you respect somebody, you wouldn't have grabbed them by the arm. That's a disrespectful way to grab their attention. Where somebody's like, oh, I think that's a perfectly normal way to grab somebody's attention is grabbing them by the arm. But it's like, so being able to see the other person and be aware of the fact that they might have different viewpoints, that different things that have caused them to be locked up in this direction, or I think there is an importance in like knowing how to communicate and find middle ground with somebody before pressing yourself and what it is that you know upon them, because it's one of those things that makes people either more receptive or less receptive to what you're saying. And if they're less receptive because of the way that you're showing up, then it's kind of a waste of energy.
Yeah, you're achieving the opposite of what you might have wanted to. You're correct, Dan. I don't. Never lied about that. I want a smarter society, and I'm not afraid to say that.
With you.
With you too. I'm gonna now pull us a card.
It's card time.
I almost forgot.
What cards are you?
Should I pull one of the other decks cards?
What do you feel? What's calling to you?
Well, you didn't seem very enthusiastic about me saying the other decks. You wanna pull a sacred geometry card instead?
Are you projecting?
I could.
I was not.
I pay attention to your facial expressions.
No, I have no, literally, I have no attachment to either.
No gripes.
Yeah, I like both of them.
I'll do one of this because I haven't done one of these in a very long time as well. All right. Work your light. Do you want to be the one that tells me to stop, Joe?
Me? No, I want somebody on chat to do it.
Okay. All right. I'm going to now flare these cards. And then as soon as I read the word stop, my thumb will pull the card that it's on. Get people smarter, man. I explore you. Just do it with respect. I explore you.
Implore?
Implore you? Maybe. I implore you, just do it with respect. Yeah, that sounds about right. You're not wrong then. I try to be as respectful as I can with you friends in this space as well. But I do have hard lines, all right, that I've drawn in the sand.
You are being your true self.
My true self, it's true. Authenticity.
Authenticity is important. Authenticity is a commodity.
I don't know if I agree with that.
You don't think so?
Commodity is something that you can package and sell. Maybe.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
I thought, yeah, I guess that's an interesting way to look at it. I was thinking commodity meant like a valuable thing. The last of the survivors tell us to stop. Tell us
What
when
are
to
the
stop.
cards?
They're a card that you're going to pull.
Work your light cards. That's why I like want it.
Stop.
There it is. Stop the card.
I drew that card once.
There.
Who or what
is
triggering you?
Alcohol is triggering me. And it does feel like a whole mirror. I think like Dan and Gorgon were staring into the mirror, kind of like seeing different things. Who or what is triggering you? What a card. I think this is gonna be very accurate. You wanna hold that for me?
Like that.
I need to find. I really dislike the fact that these cards don't have numbers on them, so I have to like
Just guess.
search through every
There it
time.
is.
Who or what is triggering you? Love that I picked that one. Thank you, Gordon, for helping us.
Love you, Arthas.
The filter of our own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time, though through our own projections. When someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, we get triggered. Often, it's an unconscious thing. People and situations can trigger our mirror to reflect back to us what we believe to be true about life, the universe, and ourselves. Mirrors pointing to our shadow and our light. Mirrors pointing to our shadow and our light. Mirrors reveal the parts of us that are yet to be accepted, witnessed, or loved. This card is guiding you to look closely at what experiences or people are currently triggering in you and what you could be mirroring and what they could be mirroring back to you. When have you felt like this before? Could they be opportunities to heal something in you? Or are they shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? This goes for the good and the bad. The good are those who we admire and put on a pedestal. If we do not realize that we are attracted to them because we are like them, we will need to cut them down in order to rise to their level. The bad, those we despise, are envious of, and put down. If we do not realize that they trigger something in us, then it is still yet to be healed, and we will remain hurt and wounded ourselves. Page 44. That's the card that I pulled.
Who or what is triggering you? What is it in you that they are triggering? What part of you longs to be witnessed? So this card asks you.
What a card. This is actually super accurate to me. Literally was just talking to GPT about something similar. It's cool to see these sentiments echoed, huh? The last survivor. The universe works in mysterious ways, I'll say. Been a while since I had a decent intellectual conversation. This stream gave me value.
Aww.
Here is a flower. That is so nice. Thank you, dear friend. Gordon, we do these streams every single day. So if you find value in this space, we'll look forward to finding you here together again. This card pick could have not been more on point. Respect to you, Gorgon.
Love that.
Humbled to have this chat with you. It really is like that. Thank you, friends, for the respect that you showed each other. Whether you believe it or not, I saw this conversation as a respectful
Totally.
one.
Yeah. Civil discourse.
Civil discourse. All of us get to share our fractals. Make more chili, people. We got lots of chili left.
So much
We're
chili.
definitely going to be eating chili this weekend. Thank you for the flower, dear friend. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Zhao, for sharing this space with us. Thank you, everyone, for being here with us. We'll see you again soon, all right? Goodbye for now.